Hey everybody, welcome back to the Cryptopolitan. I'm Satoshi Sean. Today is Wednesday, the 8th of May. We have a lot to go over. Before we do, I want to say thanks for stopping by again. Thanks for the views. We really appreciate it, each and every one of you. Please, if it's your first time here, hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. We get news videos out to you every day, once on the weekends, and if there's a breaking story, we usually do a couple videos a day. Getting right into it, let's head over to talk about the Binance hack. Also, take a second, please crush that like button. It really helps us out. And if you leave a comment in the comment section, I'll definitely answer and get back at you. I really enjoy interacting with you guys. If you hadn't heard, Binance has been hacked and lost about 40 million, a little bit over $40 million. It was 7,000 bitcoins that were transferred off the exchange. We all know Binance is the biggest, one of the most powerful exchanges there is in the cryptosphere. It's led by CZ or Changpeng Zhao. They released a statement describing the methods that the hackers used. It wasn't one, they think it was a group of hackers. They're apparently using application programming interface keys, and they have two-factor authentication codes and other stuff. But if anyone, this is also to anyone that has an account on Binance and you use Google two-factor authentication, you need to reset your 2FA because most likely your two-factor authentication could have been compromised. So just to be safe, everyone should reset your two-factor authentication. They were quite skilled. They took their time. The timing of it is a little weird, but they did take their time. Now, I thought it was a little strange because the withdrawal wasn't noticed. It was 7,000 bitcoins. And it wasn't noticed until after they executed it, and it triggered alarms afterwards. But I think it was strange that they were able to get that amount off. A friend of mine, just on a side note, he was complaining. Crypto Dabo, he has a channel also, but he was saying he had a withdrawal going to Coinbase that was taking like 5 hours, and he checked the blockchain, and I had sent one too, so I checked it, and it had been over 2 hours, and mine was still pending. We didn't know, but I'm sure that the whole system was clogged because of these 7,000 coins that were being moved. That was the exact time that it was going on. Now, one of the really good things that has happened with this hack is it has shown what Binance does with their funds. When it comes to other exchanges, Cryptopia, so on and so forth, they're really loosey-goosey with their security. This is a big amount of money. It's $40 million. It's not a ton of money to Binance or to CZ even. But it was a big hack, but it only represents 2% of Binance's holdings. So as a result, they're going to cover that for all investors. So nobody's going to be out any money. They'll cover the $40 million. But most all of their assets are on cold wallets. The only thing they had on their hot wallets was the 7,000 or the $40 million worth US dollars worth. So that definitely shows that they're on top of things there. That's a definite positive. And there's going to be a security review of all their systems, which will take a couple. It says few here. They said at least a couple, and they have frozen withdrawals and deposits. So just be ready for that. I know that's not a good thing to hear, but overall, it was a pretty positive thing. It really showed that Binance is on top of security, more so than most other exchanges that have been hit in the past. Next, we'll go over. I went over this story. Well, not this story. This is a kind of basically a coverage of the other story that we went over. Digital lending opportunities and the digitizing of the unbanked. And this talked about a asset stream, which I had done a review on my channel. You can check that out, which is a micro financing platform. And I had went over that in a previous story. You can look back. I think it's yesterday, the day before. It's a little micro finance. I can go look and tell you right here. It was the day before yesterday. This one goes over microfinancing and what Asset Stream is doing. It's peer-to-peer lending for small loans to people in like especially rural areas and stuff like that. Does a digital lending is the future of personal business? Financing as it offers flexibility, comfort to that are not available with traditional banking institutions. Considering this is no surprise that the global lending is expected to grow from 5.1 billion in 2018 to 12 billion by 2023. So it's a huge market to get into. I think Asset Stream is really good, but there's also for those of you not wanting like micro loans, things like that. If you have a decent amount of crypto, there's also lending platforms where you can get a secured loan or borrow against your own crypto, so you still own your assets. You're just using them to get a secured loan for more money, which you can use to buy more crypto or to take care of emergencies and stuff like that. I did a review on Lendabit. It's over on my channel. Basically, if you put your crypto there, if you have like a Bitcoin, you can put it on there, and it depends on you can make your own terms. You can use the platforms. You can connect with other people and do it peer to peer. Usually, it's around half that you can take out in a loan, and it's like the interest rates are very, very low. I did one the other day on my channel, which I said you can go see the review on it. But it just ways that shows how all areas of the banking system are really being hit and covered by blockchain, whether it's microfinance, secured loans, peer-to-peer, just paying money or getting money with blockchain. It really is having a total bank in your pocket. Like President Obama said, one of the things that's so terrible about Bitcoin, it's like having a Swiss bank in your pocket, which, oh well, it's not terrible for us. Speaking of the president, there's millions of dollars been pumped into crypto regulation, especially for taxation. Now this goes over as per the Federal Election Commission or the FEC report, almost 80 U.S.-based firms and institutions probably term digital currencies and blockchain technologies among their biggest apprehensions. In addition, the U.S.-based firms have spent $42 million worth of money to influence security in crypto and fintech trades. So they are really lobbying, and because I think a lot of companies and institutions, all that institutional money, they really want to move in, but they're apprehensive and scared to, and they're not scared to put money into lobbying and to get the ball rolling. About 40 companies that are pushing for fintech, enumerated blockchain and crypto among their major apprehensions, notably, obviously, auditing firms like Alibaba, FreedomWorth, Ernst & Young, IBM. IBM is Stellar, is built in IBM. So, moreover, the USA's Chamber of Commerce has millions to encourage blockchain interest. Now, the United States Chamber of Commerce is not a government agency; it's a lobbying agency, or it's a political arm of basically the capitalists in the United States. It's a bunch of it's businesses all over the country. Pretty much every town has a chamber of commerce, and every business pays dues to this, which they then use that money to influence for laws and things in favor of business. So a lot of money, a lot of clout is being pushed into trying to get regulation so that these institutional money can move into crypto. So it really is coming, like everyone says, but the writing is definitely on the wall. Also, there's a story over here you should really check out on the Cryptopolitan, which we have everything laid out on the site, so it's easy to find. Whether you're looking for altcoin news, Bitcoin news, regulation, blockchain news itself, or coin analysis. We have a bunch of different coins, and that's updated constantly. Even scams, events in your area or not in your area. But this goes over how to cancel unconfirmed Bitcoin transaction. It's actually pretty simple. If you do send a transaction, you have a problem with it. If you didn't have enough fees for the miners to put it through and it's taking a long time, you can't cancel it. One of the ways is to use the double spend mechanism, which Bitcoin was set up to alleviate. So if you do that, it would cancel the original one. But this lays out for you and tells you a little bit more about how to do it. So you can head over there and read on that. And lastly, WeChat has banned Bitcoin payments because the Chinese government is cracking down once again. According to the Chinese media, WeChat, the China-based immediate messaging Hulk, that means it's very large and powerful, has banned Bitcoin, BTC, and crypto dealings as a result of upgradation. It's by upgrading and of the payment strategy. So they're not allowing crypto anymore on WeChat, which is going to hurt OTC. The change policy will cast a blow to dealers relying on OTC and P2P platforms. A lot of people if you ever watch anything, especially on YouTube about China, WeChat's used a lot. Just on the street, people paying for stuff. People use WeChat all the time in cryptocurrencies, especially with the government cracking down on it. There's not a lot of crypto-friendly open businesses and infrastructure. It's pretty much all stuff like this and all P2P. To run their trades, co-founder of Primitive Ventures, Dobie Wan, informed about the news via tweet and indicated the ban will affect liquidity in China. Of course, it's going to be a lot harder to get cryptocurrency in China. Is it going to hurt China? Is it going to hurt cryptocurrency market? I think it would actually kind of have the opposite effect, which CZ said. I don't think it's going to be as dramatic as what he said, that the news was not entirely negative. It might actually inspire a huge crypto acceptance. I think it's gonna jack the price up because it's going to be harder to get, especially in China. And China is very, very big into crypto, obviously because they need to be for a lot of reasons. Their government is very, very controlling. Last year, a BTC manager testified that WeChat had folded the accounts of the crypto platforms, delisted firms including Filecoin, Information, Huobi News, and Canon Rating. WeChat specified that the blocked accounts were against the Chinese laws. So they're coming out making a complete total stance against crypto, which they always, have in a more laxed form. But it looks like the Chinese government is going to be a little bit more militant, which will just really drive adoption harder and faster, especially with things like Apollo, how they found a way around the Chinese firewall. So it's really just the beginning. That's about it. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them below. It was nice hanging out with you. I'm Satoshi Sean, and I will see you in the next video.